Today I'm going to talk to you about drum faces. I hear you ask, drum faces? What the hell's a drum face? Well, many of you may know there's such thing as the orgasm face or guitar face. Like when you play, sometimes, you know, they really get into it and they're like, doing all their little faces. Well, that also goes for pretty much all instruments, but today I will be specifically concentrating on drum faces. Now, when drummers drum, they don't have a orgasm face because it's a lot more violent of an action. A guitar is very smooth. Drums is a lot more physical. There's a lot more movement, so it's more of an angry face usually, or a face of full-on concentration depending on the genre of music. Now today I'm going to be going through some of those faces that people do, and they will be given names so you can understand them and see where the references come from. Hi-hat. Now, the first one I will be doing is what I like to call the Ringo Starr. If you don't know who Ringo Starr is, he was the drummer for the Beatles. He had a very chirpy and kind of silly face. So I'm just going to do a simple beat, a little rock beat, and show you what his face looked like when he drummed. See that silly face I made? It was like the rest of the Beatles. They had the guitars up here like their trousers and they made silly smiling faces that did look even ridiculous at the time. But the women were too busy going, "Oh my God!" like they do for Justin Timberlake and his crappy dancing. Now, that was the Ringo Starr face. That's a very... Now, the second face I will be doing is what I like to call the Pantera face. Pantera was a popular metal band from the early 90s, and their drummer Vinny something, I don't know his full name, he had a very, his own style of face when drumming. I'm not much of a drummer, so I'm just going to do a simple little beat, but do his face, okay? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Right, so that was the constipated look, or the Vinny from Pantera look, as I like to call it. Hi-hat again. Now, so we've done the metal, we've done the old school rock, now the jazz drummer. Now, as many of you know, anyone who listens to jazz, they know that jazz drummers are stoners, or all jazz musicians are stoners. So when they play, it's like... That's the jazz drummer. You can apply that to most jazz drummers unless they're really perky like Ringo Starr or really constipated like Vinny. I like to associate this with the more serious bands. Like, you know those really shitty bands, but they take themselves way too seriously, like Metro Station or like Short Stack. So they have a very serious look when they play, and it's actually quite funny because it's like shake, 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 shake it. It's a really stupid song, but they're trying to look all serious. Serious. That was a hi-hat lift. I have trouble putting it all in there together, so I just stopped and let you hear the hi-hat lift. Okay, they maybe like Pete Townsend. But he played guitar, I hear you say. I know that! Now, I thought I'd just leave you with my face, actually. I know I said that would be it, but no, I'm going to leave you with the face when I make drums. When I make drums? That's like making love. No, when I play drums. Okay, this is the face I make, alright? So I'll just take one of my own beats.